You didn't ruin your life on purpose. You just didn't stop yourself. One message you shouldn't have sent. One thing you said too fast. One decision you didn't think through. And in that moment, it didn't feel like a mistake. It felt right. It felt honest. It felt like you. But that's the problem. Because some of the worst decisions you'll ever make won't feel wrong when you make them. They'll feel justified. And by the time you realize what you've done, it's already too late to take it back. Impulsiveness doesn't feel like losing control. It feels like being honest, like you're finally saying what you really think, doing what you really want, not holding back. And that's why it's so dangerous, because your brain doesn't treat it like a mistake. It treats it like relief. Every time you react too fast, every time you say something without thinking, every time you follow that urge, you feel something. Release, certainty, control, even if it only lasts a moment. And your brain remembers that, not the consequences, just the feeling. So next time, it's easier to do it again, and again, and again, until it becomes a pattern, not a one-time mistake, but a way you react to life. And that's where it turns. Because now, it's not about the situation anymore. It's about you. You stop pausing, stop thinking, stop choosing, and start reacting. Automatically, emotionally, instantly. And people notice. Not because of one big moment, but because of many small ones. The things you say too quickly, the reactions that feel too intense, the decisions that don't make sense later. And slowly, they stop seeing you as someone stable. Not because you're a bad person, but because you're unpredictable. And over time, that costs you more than you think. Opportunities, trust, relationships, all lost. Not in big decisions, but in small moments you didn't stop yourself. It happened in seconds. One small mistake on the road. A car cut him off, too close, too sudden, and instantly, something snapped. He reacted, not with thought, with emotion, anger, adrenaline, the feeling that he had to do something. So he sped up, got next to him, started shouting. The other driver shouted back. It didn't matter what was said. It wasn't about that anymore. It was about the feeling, the need to respond, to not let it go. And then, the red light. Both cars stopped, a moment to calm down. But he didn't. He opened the door, walked over, still full of that same energy, that same anger. One push. That's all it took. The other driver fell, hit his head on the asphalt. And just like that, everything changed. The anger was gone. The adrenaline, too. All that was left was silence. And a moment that couldn't be taken back. Because it was never about the road. It was about a reaction he didn't stop. And that's how fast it happens. One moment, one reaction, and everything changes. But not every consequence looks like this. Sometimes, it's quieter. It didn't look serious. It was just a message. He was angry, frustrated, tired of holding things in. So this time, he didn't. He typed everything he was thinking, every accusation, every doubt, every word he knew would hurt. And for a moment, it felt right, honest, like he finally said the truth. He hit send, and instantly, there was silence, no reply. Minutes passed, then longer, until finally, a message came back. Short, cold, different, not angry, not emotional, just distant. And that's when it hit him. It wasn't a fight anymore. It was something else. Because some things, once you say them, can't be unheard. And some versions of you Once people see them, can't be unseen. He tried to explain, tried to take it back, but it didn't matter, because it wasn't just about the words. It was about what they revealed. And from that moment on, nothing felt the same. Not louder, not more dramatic, just quieter, more careful, more distant. Because sometimes you don't lose people in one big moment. You lose them in something you said when you didn't stop yourself. Impulsiveness doesn't destroy your life all at once. It does it in moments. Small ones, fast ones, the ones you don't think about. Because in those moments, it doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels right. And that's why it's dangerous. Because the worst decisions you make won't feel wrong when you make them. They'll feel justified, necessary, like you had no other choice. But you did. You just didn't take it. You didn't pause, didn't step back, didn't give yourself a second to choose differently. And that 1 second is the difference between something you forget and something you carry for the rest of your life. Because once it's done, there's no undo, no explanation, no fixing it later, just consequences. And the realization that it only took a moment, you didn't stop yourself.